look like a giant dragon monster. Dragon unicorn monster, Tessie. She's making you be under there, isn't she? Mm-hmm. She did that with me this morning. Oops. I think she just said say. Does she have to stay under the unicorns? Are the unicorns protecting her, Tess? I think they might be. So I guess we should do it more when it's just you two boys, huh? Yeah. You have all that leg room now. So why don't you put it down by your seat? Okay.
But can you hold it while I get my seatbelt on?
Okay, I will hold it.
Pikachu's gonna sit right here.
That sounds good, okay? So, start to a busy morning. We don't have school today because it is a 4-day holiday weekend. And James, we got a call yesterday that they have a spot for him in physical therapy. He's been referred both by an orthopedic surgeon that we see, that he's seen since he was like little, and also by his neurologist. They've referred him over and over again, and they've never called us. And so when we got the call, we took the spot. So yeah, and I guess we have more time now, so we are going to physical therapy, huh?
That goes chaotic.
Wait for the wind, wait for the night.
You barked on the roof just like you wanted, huh?
Yeah.
It looks so
Can I
cute.
find that something now? Now.
What toy?
You know that toys that we were talking about a couple seconds ago?
Yeah,
Well,
Funko Pop.
yeah, I think I'm gonna get Pokemon one of those because the Sonic one of those costs like lots of money.
No, the plain Sonic one doesn't. So you can choose plain Sonic or a Pokemon, whichever you like better. Because I know you like Sonic a lot.
I know, but the Sonic one costs like lots of money.
No, the Tails one does, but the Sonic one doesn't.
Oh.
So it's up to you.
So I'm just gonna go with the Super Sonic.
Okay.
You know how I can tell?
How?
Most of the time I wear these shoes, though. Most of the time. Whoa.
Stand here a while, take a little time.
Over your chin a little bit. Mama.
Get.
Mama. Mama.
Since you went away, it came to a halt.
Inside the house.
A squeal means she likes it. I've been working on my mask for weeks.
It's your girl. She is. No. Sound asleep. Okay, so obviously this is the future because my hair is a totally different color, but I wanted to give a quick explanation of what was going on this day because I didn't do a super good job on the actual day of explaining that. What went on this day was, number one, James had his physical therapy evaluation. So we saw an orthopedic doctor and he really wanted him in PT, and his neurologist just wanted him in PT for like 2 years. He was actually in PT from like 7 months old until he was 3 when he aged out of early intervention. We didn't think he really needed PT anymore. Like the physical therapist there didn't think he needed it anymore. We hoped that that was the end of physical therapy because it was really nice having one less well, actually 2 less appointments a week because he saw an early interventionist too. We hoped that that was it. He's so active that we really felt like it was. I mean, he's always out there and he pushes himself really hard. Like, he is the kid out of all our kids who's out there working really hard to ride a bike and to do everything. James is probably like the kid that's the most determined to do what he puts his mind to doing. When we went back to his neurologist, I think he's to yearly appointments at the moment, although I think that is about to change, it seems like. He wasn't super happy and he said he wanted him in PT, and then he sent us to the orthopedic surgeon again. Not like we see him as a surgeon, that's just what he is, and he said he wanted him in PT. And the reason he hasn't been in PT all this time is because even though they've sent referrals like 3 times, we never got a call back. And with everything that's gone on, we've just been so busy that I didn't push it because we always had so much going on. Honestly, I felt like James was so active that it just didn't seem like it was the biggest thing going on, because he's always running around, he's always busy. And I asked about it at the school because I'd been told he might be able to get PT at the school, and they said that he didn't need it badly enough for him to get it at school. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, if he doesn't need it badly enough to get it at school, then maybe he doesn't need it that badly. And then I just talked to his neurologist again, and his neurologist was like, yeah, no, he needs it. So now what's going on is, number one, he's always needed orthotics. He had orthotics when he was younger. He stopped wearing them for sensory reasons because he just, when he was about 2, he got new orthotics and they were half plates, and he would not wear them. We could not keep them on his feet. He would rip them off. He hated how they felt. No matter how we tried to ease him into it, he just hated them. And that's how he stopped wearing his orthotics, because his ankles curved in and were just super bendy, and they're still super bendy. But his physical therapist at the time wasn't super concerned about it, and so he stopped wearing them. Fast forward to the present, his severe tibial torsion has gotten a lot better, but it's still there. And sorry, it's loud here. It's always loud here. His tibial torsion's improved. I think his hips turned in had improved, but his whole life he's had weakness on the right side of his body. We knew when he was like a year old that he was going to be left-handed because he only used his left hand. He already had like clear left side dominance. When he started walking, when he was like 18 months old, his right side would always collapse, and they did MRIs. The MRIs were normal, but yeah, his right side was weaker from the time he was a baby. He favored the left side of his entire body. They did an EMG recently, and the EMG was normal. That's where we are. And that's why he's supposed to be getting physical therapy. We went in, and his joints are hyperflexible, which gets from me. My joints are all hyperflexible. But his legs are super hyperflexible. I did not realize how hyperflexible they are, and it takes a lot to like make me shudder like that. The physical therapist was bending his ankles and told him to tell her if it hurt, and his ankles like bent, like say this is his leg and this was his foot, and his ankles were bending like all the way to the sides, and I was just like, shudder. And his knees are bending like that to the sides a lot, like 20 degrees more than they should, I guess. And it was just, oh. And then his legs weren't bending other ways. Oh, I know. He had shortening of this muscle here. He could only bend it like this. He couldn't go like this, which they said was possibly from toe walking, which I also never noticed. So there was just a lot to do. And they wanted to see him twice a week, and we live far away, and I have a really hard time getting up there with Paul is working a lot, and I don't always have childcare right now because my parents leave sometimes. And so I made it for once a week at 7 a.m. is when we're going to end up having the appointments. There's like 3 months a year where I don't have any childcare, and it's just me. I'm gonna have all 5 kids with me or something like that. And actually I can't even have 5 kids, all 5 kids in there. So that's just, and that was what James's thing was. Now, Tessie had her 4-year-old appointment. She got her MMR vaccine and her DTaP vaccine because yes, we do vaccinate because no vaccines don't cause autism. She is fine, just like all of our kids have been fine from the vaccines. Everything was fine. She's growing, she's healthy. She's Tessie. We came home and that was that. And that is it for today. If you like this video, we'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in all things autism, we'd love it if you didn't subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow.